there are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at NEPAvrpro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Hold on a minute. Did we hear that right? Dodge is making an electric car?
We're talking hypothetical, right?
Surely you jest. Dodge? You mean the people who devised the legendary 426 Hemi and sunk it into a sublime missile? You mean the Dodge that created the Hellcat Red Eye and the most powerful muscle car in the world? Makers of the 840 horsepower wheel-standing Demon? Why on God's green earth would Dodge ever build an electric car? Anybody? Any thoughts out there? Hello?
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. He is looking to destroy high prices. A man
Echo
that
Arena
brought the
is a
world
zero-gravity
together because of
virtual reality sport that requires teamwork, skill, and communication to succeed. The arena features a spawn area where the game begins. Players enter the arena through a launch tube that has a catapult ring inside to increase speed as they enter. The teams race to be the first team to get to the disc in the center, which is also called the joust. Players enter the arena full of geometric shapes that can be used strategically during a match. The 3 basic player positions are striker, midfielder, and goalie. Each player's Echo unit is equipped with a thruster on each wrist, a booster on the back, and brakes to slow players down from the high speeds. Re-grabbing or stacking is a common technique used in-game. This is demonstrated when players use each other repeatedly in a slingshot motion to increase their speed. Another useful skill is stunning. This allows the players to temporarily disable the opponent's movement. Stunning can be countered by using the blocking skill, which causes the stunner to be stunned as the offensive team progresses through the arena with the disc. The defending team protects their bubble, which serves as a 3-point line around the goal. When players enter the bubble, each goal accounts for just 2 points. When a team scores, the disc spawns on the opposing team's end of the arena to give them the joust advantage.
Right now? Oh, well. This guy. AJ's messing with me. Hello everyone. Welcome here. Well, happy New Year or happy Lunar New Year to everyone out there in the chat. Glad to see you all here and joining us here tonight for some AAA action here on Sunday. Of course, my name is Glenn. I will be one of your casters for tonight. Joining me will be the Gunslinger inside of the casting booth and AJ there on the back end, giving me all sorts of confusion as to when we're actually starting. But here we are. And doing lovely camera work. And how you feeling tonight, Z?
I am feeling great, ready to jump into this action here. A little bit distracted here on my back end as I'm wrapping up my conversations before stream. But nonetheless, I'm excited, happy to be casting with you again, Glenn. It's been a little bit, so yeah, stoked to be able to join you here.
Yeah, AJ messing with both of us here as he just randomly launches us into the middle of everyone. But you know what better way to handle it than that? So exciting games going on here tonight. We will also be having Nails come in a little bit later to join Z on these games. And they look to be really, really good. Right here on the first game, we have Daytona Tide versus the Scranton Royals, and what should be a very interesting matchup here. Going into this one, I need to bring up some numbers here, Z, but what kind of insights do you have here?
I mean, looking at the rosters for both these teams, a lot of familiar names for me at least that I've seen before, especially over there on the Tide side, Arch, one and only Coaster Master, and the one you see, Wanuk, good friend of mine over there. But even there on the Scranton Royals side, Mistake, Cool Whip, Ecomounts, a Big Flop, all players I do know, and Cool Whip, definitely a big one there. She's awesome. Love her. Big shout out to her. Cool Whip, I hope you see this later. I love you. You're awesome. Nonetheless, I'm excited to see these players. A lot of offensive and defensive strides here for both these teams. I'm expecting a good matchup for this first game. 1 out of 3 for the night. So yeah, Glenn, I'm excited.
Awesome. And we have some subs coming in here for the Tide. Of course, one you see not necessarily a roster player, but a sub, and great to see them as he's a fantastic caster over in VRML, which, we understand that the finals are going on right now, so that's why things are a little bit crazy here for both ends of Echo Arena. But yeah, one you see taking some time to here now join us in an Echo Arena match, and I haven't ever really seen him play, so I'm fascinated to watch him play. And the Tide here sitting at a 0-1 record so far. They lost in that first week. So looking to bounce back here against the Scranton Royals, who are currently have that 1-0 record after taking their first win in that first week. And sitting here with Mistake, Cool Whip, Ecomat's a Big Flop, I believe Eek being a sub here as well. So substitutions on both sides could have an impact on this game. We'll have to see, because we know time and time again, Z, subs always find a way to step up and make a massive impression on a bunch of these games. I mean, I thought that was only going to be the trend for Series 2, but it showed its head here again in Series 3, and in a big way a couple of times, actually. As we saw, I believe there was a game where there were 2 subs on a roster, and they took a very, very strong game against a well-organized team, something like that. I don't exactly remember the circumstances, but it's impressive to see just what the subs can do.
Yeah, no, it can be interesting to see these subs come out and perform at expectations that they were not expected to necessarily meet. Not saying that those players aren't good players, but they come out and put on a show and end up making kind of a statement appearance for themselves here. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how these subs perform tonight here in this game. As I'm sure they are probably a little nervous nonetheless, but I'm sure they're gonna do fantastic regardless, and we're just gonna have to see. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited, like I said, but we may be forgetting one thing here, Glenn, and I'm surprised Juice hasn't called us out on it. We do have to get those rules read.
Oh, that you make a fantastic point there. That completely dipped from my mind. See, AJ, this is what happens when you just lead us in like this. We have no idea what's going on, and it's all chaos, and everything's gone to the wolves. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get to those rules here really quickly. All right, so of course we have 8-minute quarters and a 5-minute halftime between each half. There are 4 players allowed on each team, and there is a there are 2 2-minute timeouts per team per match. I see Jucifer giving the rules there in the chat as well, so that way everyone knows. Overtime is golden goal, and of course, there's no toxic or discriminatory behavior allowed here at NEPA.
None of that. Not allowed. We don't like it here. No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just laughing at Jucifer's. The first to 40, the first to 40 rule is not. I don't know. I don't know, Jucifer. I don't know if that's a official rule. I'm pretty sure we determined that to be a statistic last series. I don't think we're calling that a dedicated rule here, sir.
You know, as unfortunate as it is, that tends to be the case most of the time.
Yeah,
you do see that, especially when that team puts on a good, strong showing lead. They tend to reach that 40 mark really quickly, and then kind of just the game goes from there. But I think it was more a statistic nonetheless. But as it says there in chat, Jucifer's legendary rule. It is Jucifer's rule. We got to give him credit for that one. Glean, any big expectations for this game tonight? Any big matchups you're excited to see here in this first game, the Daytona Tide versus the Scranton Royals?
Yeah, I'm actually really interested to see how this Daytona Tide team will function. So, Arch is the only returning member on this roster right now. The roster that we see in the arena he's the only returning member from the Series 2. So all of these players are completely new. You know, Coaster Master and One You See being subs here, and One and Only stepping in after being rostered. This becomes a really, really chaotic situation here for the Tide. So I'm not sure how they're going to gel together, and Arch has to kind of step up and be that leader, it feels like here. Either that or One and Only, who also put on a tremendous performance in their first game, which happened to be the loss to the Ottawa Frost. But you know, the two of them have to definitely come in here with some leadership skills and have to show themselves on this game. And then on the other side, of course, you know, you're taking a look at we see Mistake and Cool Whip, who are both returning from previous season, and then Big Floppa and Ika Mounts. Big Floppa now being rostered, Ika Mounts. This team, I haven't seen this roster, you know, play together as well. So maybe some coordination issues. I don't know. We'll have to see how everything plays out. But I'm more concerned for coordination on the Tide side rather than the other side here.
Yeah, and you know, it will be interesting to see. And we neutral joust countdown getting started here. The Daytona Tide, Scranton Royals, they're getting started here. That is going to be the Royals winning it first, but not for long as the Tide comes there picking it up. Trying to find a pass there was Arch. We'll find the pickup. Coaster Master there going to try to send it the long shot, but stopped there by Cool Whip. Beautiful, beautiful save there, but not all the way out just yet as One and Only is going to take it in, and One and Only taking it in, getting themselves up by 2 here early on. Only 18 seconds off of that scoreboard time there to get started.
Yeah, and one of the best ways to take leadership is to call your own number sometimes. Right there, One and Only saying, hey, I'm wide open, just give it over here, and I'll make sure to send that one in for the score. Good start here as now a nice little passing play comes out from the Scranton Royals. Oh, what a beautiful cut pass across the Cool Whip from Eek. My, oh my, the 3 goes in, and already a turnaround, a lead change here in favor of the Royals.
Yeah, and I do believe it got caught on camera there. That duck from Cool Whip was able to break that defender and allow that 3-point to come in. Beautiful, beautiful execution there from the Royals. Now up by 1 as the One You See is going to send it over to Coaster Master. Now sent across pass. No teammate finding it just yet. Will be Mistake finding a hand on it there. Will be trying to maybe take a long bounce shot off the floor there. We've seen him a couple times. Nonetheless, will be picked up here by Eek. Eek's going to send a cross pass over to Mistake. Maybe intended receiver was Big Flop, but nonetheless does find Big Floppa's hands. Going to try to take it in, going off the ceiling there. Will not find the connection just yet. That will be picked right back up by Cool Whip. Cool Whip sending it up high over to Big Floppa. Big Floppa here. Going to try to slow it down, trying to find some workaround. Will send it there back to Cool Whip for the reset. Slowing it down here is the Royals, trying to work themselves into that bubble. Will be a cut pass. Wow. Beautiful cut pass there. Beautiful, beautiful calls and communication there from the Royals to put themselves up by 3.
Yeah, and that's just a really tough situation there. The defense all collapses on the one backboard player because maybe the callouts are there, the communication's not quite there, but too much coverage on one player leaves the cut pass wide open for that 2-point score. And the Royals looking good here on their first offensive push. And look at that, the defense also stepping in as the double stack comes through. They managed to get the grab, the shot. Oh, Floppa online on a tough angle brings that one in and gives them 6 points here in the lead.
Yeah, and Big Floppa with a big shot there, able to pick it up and get that angle in and found. Now up by 6. They will be trying to answer back here. The Tide are going to try to find something to get themselves going here after the early 2 that they found early on. No luck so far. 1UC is going to be handling this disc here, going to be slowing it out, trying to draw out the stack. We'll be sending it over to the right side there. We'll be back over to 1UC. Now finding the hands of Coaster Master. Coaster Master here going to be walking it up the field, is going to be trying to find a cross pass to One and Only. Will find it. One and Only backing it out here, trying to let his teammates get upfield. A couple stuns coming through, disallowing them not to get into that bubble. Will be trying to find Arch there on the pass. Will not find it, but slapped away there by the Royals. Trying to find a pickup here is going to be One and Only. Will get handled there by Eek. Now getting slapped around here a little bit. Big Floppa there was able to get a hand on it. Not for long, though. He gets stunned out. Will be sent into the bubble. Big Floppa's going to try to pick it up here. No, he's going to miss it, but will find the hands of Eek. Now up by 8. I am choking on my words here a little bit. But nonetheless, now up by 8 is the Royals.
Yeah, I mean, I think Floppa was just going for a light little tap and accidentally missed it, but Eek still being there to clean that one up. And the speed here from the Royals is looking really solid. They are able to get their stacks down the field and capitalize and punish on a lot of these kind of slower plays here from the Tide. Again, they try and go for something a little slower here. Arch not able to get that grab. Luckily, 1UC is there to pick that one up. Now trying to look at another pass. Arch duking around a little bit, trying to buy some space, buy some time. Finding a pass option up here to Coaster. Coaster down across over here to One and Only. One trying to drive here on the bubble. Perhaps takes the shot there. And finally, after a bit of a scoring drought, they're able to find themselves back on the board.
That's my Echo North teammate. One and Only, they're able to put another 2 points on the board here to draw that lead down within 6 points. And yeah, finally able to see them get up into the Scranton Royals zone there, and was able to work it around some defenders there and get those points in. Now going to be sent over to the left side there, not able to find the hands of Eek. Will find the hands of the 1UC. Now cleared all the way out. Will be all the way through. He's going to find a flat bounce, but the stack there for the Royals is just going to pick it up. Not able to get collected there. Now going to be sent all the way back down into the Tide zone. That's going to be another long shot coming in from Mistake. That is a mistake to leave him wide open like that. That's another 3 here for the Royals. A lot of threes coming out early from the Royals side, Glean.
Yeah, it's just not enough stacking, not enough collecting here from the Tide. They're just not able to find these solid regrab chains to be able to get down the field and cover those angles, to be able to get back defensively. And that's costing them a lot of points here as they're going again for this slower play. It seems to have worked for them this time. As the defense now does come back with their own stack. Coaster able to duck one, tries to send a reset across. It will be loose. 1UC still able to pick that one up, and look how far back they're playing here. They're already still in that mid zone, and 1UC now losing control of it. Oh, the bounce will still be fortunate. Now the pass over to Coaster. Coaster's bounce shot. Oh, just off the goalie. Tried to get the hand on it, couldn't get there. Arch, good pickup here on the bounce. Coaster looking for the cross up top. Nice little find there to One and Only, who again puts in another 2.
Yeah, and I gotta point out the patience there from Cool Whip. Though the goal was able to get in still, their Cool Whip there didn't jump that pass, and was able to still try to get a defensive stop there. Unfortunately, did not, but still beautiful patience there from Cool Whip. Regardless, now going to be handled here by Mistake, and Mistake is going to send it up high to Eek. That goalie is back, so is going to deny that long range shot, and that stack coming in for the Tide. Coming in quick, too, will be sent all the way out here, or attempt at least to. Now is going to find the bounce around there in the valley. Not going to be able to picked up by the Tide, but will be picked up by the Royals here. Not for long, though, as Arch gets a hand on it. Arch now holding this disc, trying to get away from Cool Whip there. Will get stunned out, though. Cool Whip picks it right back up. Going to send him the shot, but no, One and Only is going to get the stop. Cleared all the way out here by the Tide. A chance for them to get down there and get that disc picked up. Will not, though. Mistake is going to be there to pick it up quickly for the Scranton Royals.
Yeah, now Eek, nice little bounce pass over there, and oh, another three almost went in. Big flop inverting on the ceiling, tried to get a hand on it, couldn't quite, so now it's picked up here by a couple of members of the Royals, but no, turnover instead. One and only was looking for a shot angle, but couldn't have it, so Arch now here with the disc, now going to try and slow things down and again take their time here on the offense. It's worked out for them a couple of times. They found a couple of good passing options, but they need to definitely be wary of those stacks. Now this one coming across up top, the one and only looking for maybe a couple passes, maybe a drive here. The only one to score here for the Tide so far. Continues to juke, but cannot get past the hands of Flappa. No, a great grab there. Oh, this one cool, great save, because that one cleared right back out. Now Flava here with the disc will send this one deep into that tunnel. Actually, we'll just bounce loose here once again. Great regrab. Oh, Mistake had a shot, but a great save there by one and only once again. This one back into the midfield, and both teams just scrambling for the disc. A quick release here from one you see will be a flat bounce, and now a pickup here by Arch to score the two.
Yeah, and closing out this first quarter will be the Scranton Royals with a 5-point lead over the Daytona Tide. Folks, stay tuned. We will be back with more Echo action right after a quick intermission.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at NEPAvrpro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois. Tired of the side effect of side-by-side hair? Not when you have a Kawasaki. Your love of your Kawasaki Teryx 1000 will save you from side-by-side hair. Enjoy your Kawasaki on all types of terrain and magically eliminate the chance of messy, unwanted side-by-side hair. Go green this summer with Kawasaki. Get your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at NEPAvrpro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
Yeah! Side-by-side hair, just don't care.
And welcome back, everyone. Thanks for bearing with that break. And now you have to deal with another one here, as we do have a timeout come through. And I'm not quite sure what side that was on, AJ, if we can get a reference as to which side took the timeout. Scranton took the timeout? Oh, yes, because they had the player drop here. Yes, I see. Okay, so there was a player dropped here. I believe it was, oh gosh, why am I? Oh, it's Flappa, yeah. So Flappa did drop out, unfortunately, here. They're just trying to get him back in the arena. But in the meantime, we can kind of talk about what's going on here as we do see the Tide actually practicing regrabbing, which is very good to see, considering that their stacks were not quite where they needed to be in that first round. But they have certainly closed the gap from what it was previously in that first round.
Yeah, no, they have, and starting to see them get through on the zone. The defense side of the Royals there. They've been struggling a little bit to get started, but finding their flow here, starting to at least. Hopefully going to see some turnaround here from the Daytona Tide. Trying to maybe run a little bit of different rollouts there. They've been running that standard pub rollout that we've been seeing. You got the options to run, multiple types of rollouts here. But from what I've seen so far against the Royals, I think a stack breaker would personally work the best here against them, able to break through their Glean. We are getting that ready back up, and we're getting back into more action. Glean, I'm going to let you take this one away for the second round.
Awesome, and yeah, I certainly agree. A stack breaker could work against a very stack-heavy comp like this, as Scranton Royals have shown us so far. But already the stacks launched away for the second quarter, and the headbutt bounce means that it actually is in favor of the Tide. But no, instead Flappa with the pickup after that other bounce happens. So now a nice little steal from one and only will get it back to the hands of the Tide. So just back and forth between these two teams in terms of possession right now, as one and only takes this one, looks for a shot, no, bouncing again, no clears to be had. Nice little pass over to Coaster Master now as they're looking to try and space the floor. There were two players in the area. Coaster getting pursued, gives the reset back over to one and only now going to send this one all the way back and just sit back and try and take that defense out from the bubble. one and only. Now the pass over here to Arch. Arch looking at a couple of options. Will opt to walk this one up under no pressure right now. Could potentially drive. Goes for the backboard pass. Oh, great save there by Eek Amounts, I think, or Mistake. One of the two of them got the hand on it, and this one back into the orange side.
Yeah, now into the side of the Daytona Tide is going to be tried to pick up there by Eek. Will not get a hand on initially, but does find it. One only coming in to try to challenge. Will be sent there back to Big Floppo. Does have a defender right on the toes, but will be sent back for another reset here to Mistake. Mistake is going to send a pass forward over to Eek. Eek's going to try to take it in here. Ooh. Will be stopped there off the head of Coaster Master. Now slapped out into the hands of One and Only. One and Only is going to try to clear it all the way out here. Maybe going for a long mail slot. Will not find that connection, but close. Will be picked up there by the one you see, but not for long. That's Big Floppa coming in. Going to get the stun out, and now back into the hands of the Daytona Tide. Oh my Jesus. Words are hard. Queen, I can quote Queen on that. That's One and Only trying to take it in, gets the duck on the defender, but will not find it. Arch there is going to pick it up. Will be sent there to One and Only again, and One and Only is going to try to take it in here, but again, another save coming from the Scranton Royals. They've been playing a heavy defensive game along with that offensive game. Got a little bit of both sides of this out there, but that stat coming in for the Tide will get the stop. One and Only here picking it up. One and Only is going to send it up high out into the middle. Now not found a hand on anybody just yet. Mistake picks it up. Will be sent down to Cool Whip. Now over to Eek. Eek now is going to be a pass backwards to Big Floppa. Big Floppa here going to back it out again to slow it down. Beautiful, beautiful decision here from the Royals to slow it down as they're trying to work inside this zone of the Daytona Tide. A missed pass there from the side of the Royals, but stunned out by Big Floppa was One and Only. Oh man, a fight for this disc. It's been a scramble so far. Slap back here to Mistake. I feel like this disc is just going everywhere. This disc is seeing every inch of the arena tonight so far. No, oh my gosh. Wow. Gleed, what the heck? It's just hectic.
Yeah, it's just a tremendous defensive effort. Oh, finally something comes through, but you could see Mistake had the defender hot on the heels there. Almost couldn't get the shot off because such stifling defense was playing for both sides. I mean, ridiculous goalie saves on both ends here as another timeout comes through, and we got to get confirmation on what side took this timeout. But I mean, after such a struggle here, 3 minutes of play without a goal, the momentum heavily shifts in your favor because it's one of those things where after not scoring for after another time scores for one time, this long rally, it feels like whoever's going to score is going to be like, it's going to have this massive impact on the game, or it's a feeling kind of you have. It's hard to describe. I mean, Z, as a player, I think you kind of empathize, you kind of understand where I'm going with this, but it's crushing to not be able to score after what was such a fantastic rally there.
Yeah, it can be a definitely a detriment to Mensel, but you can't let it play on you too much. There's times where you can sit here and go relentlessly, and you can't for some reason find the mark of the goal, and it's frustrating. But that's where you need to slow it down. Back it out. Okay, let's collect ourselves here for a couple seconds. All right, let's get back into it. The team starts pressuring up again. But no, the Tide there played, well through it all. Finally the Royals there were able to get the basket, or a goal in. Sorry, not a basket. This isn't basketball. A goal in there to get themselves a 7-point lead here with the second quarter almost halfway through. Nonetheless, it's going to be the Tide here on the rollout, now going to be sent to Coaster Master, trying to find a high pass, but will be picked off there by the backstack of the Royals, and Coaster Master there trying to find another pass here. Will be sent down to Arch. Arch is going to find us clear all the way out, not able to pick it up yet. Was that stack from the Tide. Will be found, though. Coaster Master's going to take it in to close the gap, back within 5 points. With 4 minutes and some change on the shot clock.
That's actually, that was a really interesting interaction there. So because the Scranton Royals got the turnover and they immediately tried to pressure that, the QB, who was still back from that first pass, then was able to play defense and get the clear off, and then no Scranton Royals members were able to defend because they were all forward. So good look there, and another turnover means that it's now in the hands of Arch, who will put that one in, and don't look now, but it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, it's close. The Daytona Tide here are definitely shifting the tide here in their favor. Through the second quarter so far, they've been able to put up 5 points to the Royals 2 so far. I might have that wrong. I think it's 4 points to their 2. Nonetheless, that's going to be Arch there. Now going to send all the way out. One and only. One and only is going to try to maybe take a long shot here. Will not find the mark. Will be challenged there by Big Floppa trying to pick it right back up. Was one and only, but not able to. Will be a long shot attempt, possibly. Maybe unintentional, but it was close. One and only here picking it up. Now clear all the way out into the Royals side. The Royals stack there, able to get there a little bit quicker, but a fight for this disc here as Coaster Master comes away with it, sent up high to the one you see. Will be a pass over to one and only. One and only here going to try to take it in. Will get stunned out, but almost finding the mark after the stun. Coaster Master there is going to pick it up. Has a couple options here inside the bubble and outside. Will be sent there to one and only on the backboard. Stopped for a second, but picked right back up and slammed in here. We have a 1-point game, folks. Yeah, it's a close one, Glean.
Yeah, they just came back to life here, and they've been just relentless on this offensive end. I mean, they keep coming back and they keep just pressuring with this offensive scheme where this pass heavy scheme where they're trying to get this into the bubble. And I mean, credit to one and only, of course, because he's been applying so much pressure, but the rest of the team's doing a fantastic job. Great pick from one you see for the 3, and my oh my, a 2-point lead for the Tide.
Yeah, and I believe that is the first lead for the Tide since the opening joust after they got that quick 2 off. Now up by 2, putting some pressure here on the Royals to try to maybe adjust to what they're doing. They have been making adjustments and it's been working for them. So the Royals now, it's the Royals' turn to try to make adjustments. That's going to be a long shot attempt there from the one you see. Not going to find the mark, is picked off. Will try to find a long clear, is going to find the bounce off a bow tie. Not able to pick it up yet. A little bit of a scramble to get that disc there. Will be found and slapped away by Big Floppa. The stack there for the Royals is coming in. Eek's going to try to take the mail slot. But the post office is closed on Sunday, folks. Will be sent there. A pass from Arch to one and only. Now going to be cleared out. Does find the unfortunate bounce off of the double diamond, but picked right back up by one and only. A lot of self passes by one and only tonight so far. The Tide coming in there with a 3-man rush. Going for that blitz kind of a play. A shot attempt there. I didn't see who it was. Was close, but not on the mark enough. And will be found in the hands of Mistake here. Mistake now going to try to walk it up the field. Has a little bit of room to work with. Not for long, though. Does get stunned out, but gets the pass off right before. Big Floppa coming in, sending the pass over to Eek. Eek's going to try to take it in here. Will take it in successfully. Able to tie it up now. Is 17 all here for these teams.
Yeah, and finally they're able to get another 2 on the board here. It's felt like a long time. In fact, it has been a long time since they were able to score. I believe it was back at that 5-minute mark was the previous score. So now able to get back on the board, tying this one up, and they're still very much in this game. But going into halftime with a dead even score would be something that's very rare here in NEPA. Oh, that's a missed pass there, though. I may have jinxed it as Ekamounts is able to scoop that one up. The stack on the front end, showing why you always run a front stack, immediately punishing that one missed pass. And that is certainly a heartbreaker going into that first half for you're the Tide.
We're going to blame that one on Glean for Caster's Curse.
I take no responsibility. Anything I say cannot be used against me in a court of law. What else is there? I forget. I'm forgetting my own Miranda rights.
Oh, it's all good, guy. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We will have more NEPA action coming to you right after a quick commercial break. We will be back with a halftime breakdown to kind of talk about what these teams are doing great, what these teams are doing bad. But nonetheless, I don't want to draw it on too long. We'll be back.
30 seconds. This one is loose in the destroyer zone. Collected by Saluda. Stunned out. Picked up by Game. Stunned out. Zenith with it.
This is it. Trying to clear it.
Cleared out. 20 seconds. Game gets it back here. Game turning it around. Sends this one in off of the floor. Gets it to Rosie Hope. Rosie has Zenith pressuring. 13 seconds. Sending this one in. Stunned out. No. What a shield there from Acorn.
Oh, no.
That's it. That's a victory. What's the clock? What's the clock?
That's it. That's it.
In the last second, the Orlando Cyclones come back 33-32. Are you kidding me?
What?
I've got nothing. You know, forget finals. What was that? What was that? No, not anymore. No.
Look at
no. Put me on camera. Put me on
that.
camera. That was unbelievable. I cannot believe what just happened. I cannot believe what just happened.
On that read.
And welcome back, everyone, and hope you enjoyed that small little break there. As we are back to talk about some halftime here and take a look at the numbers. Of course, with Big Floppa dropping there after the first quarter, you know the stats are not perfectly reflective of everyone, but they give a pretty good idea here, I think.
Yeah, they do. And taking a look at it so far, you know, the assist game from the Royals has been a primary hit here for them so far. And taking a look over at the side of the Tide here, you know, the points all over the place. So probably some unaccounted for assists there. Nonetheless, one and only there with 8 points, Arch with 4, the one you see with 3, and Ghostmaster with 2. Over there on the Royals, you got Bastake with 5, Eek with 6, Cool Whip with 3, and Big Floppa. I think he had some points there in the first quarter, or first quarter. I don't think it got. He had a restart, so I don't think it got registered here. Nonetheless, he has 2 saves to his name and 1 assist, a couple steals too there. So overall, the Royals have been playing a really good team game here. But taking a look at the possession time, the Tide has been definitely dominating on that end there, Glean, so far through these first 2 quarters.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's really interesting to take a look at here. Is you know, I also like to take a look at kind of the saves here, because we talked about it a little bit while it was happening, but the defensive pressure from both ends during that second quarter was kind of ridiculous. I mean, the number of saves that we saw from goalies was tremendous. You know, there's 6 saves here, at least by my count, on the side for the Royals, and the Tide with 3 of their own. So it's been a very interesting defensive game and kind of low scoring here as we jump into the third quarter.
Yeah, and as we jump into this third quarter, that's going to be the Royals winning it here early on. They've won every single neutral joust so far, and there's Big Floppa with the quick 3 to put themselves up by 5. Yeah, I forgot they scored there at the end. My bad. Yeah, put themselves up here at the 5. For some reason, I thought it was tied going in, and I forgot you cast or cursed it, Glean.
Yeah. We're back to this.
Yeah. We're back to this. Nonetheless, we have a timeout here. Not sure from who. AJ, if we have word on. Tide took another timeout here, so that's going to be their second timeout, I do believe. So, so they are exhausting their timeouts there. Here in this early start of the third quarter, maybe a not a ready player, but yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a good idea here, because I think what was happening there is the reason that 3 went in, they thought they had a goalie back, and in fact there was a person already there, and they thought they got a hand on it, but something went wrong, maybe some ping issues or something, caused that disc to go in when they thought they might have had the save. So perhaps taking the time out here to not only try and figure out technical issues, but also refresh the mental, make sure you don't get too frustrated by that situation, and just continue to proceed onwards. You know, something like that, ping issues have always been something that has been very frustrating for players, but you know, you got to work past that, definitely, Z.
Yeah, and, that's something I can attest to, especially here living in Alaska. Having to play on 100 ping all the time is definitely not a fun suit, but we worked through it as a team, and nonetheless, we try our best to not really let it affect us. There, as Ghoster Master gets a handoff on that a pass there from the one you see, will be try to be picked up there by the one you see, will not find it just yet. Arch there is going to send it down over to one and only here looking at an open goal. Not for long though, as that stack for the Royals comes in quickly, is going to stop that long ditch 3 there. Will be one and only here walking it up, going to send it for the reset pass back to Coaster Master. Coaster Master now slowing it down, trying to let the teammates get set up, trying to break down the defense. Will be a pop out there from Mistake. Beautiful decision there from that goalie to get that pass intercepted. Now cleared all the way out here into the side of the Tide, trying to get back and get this disc picked up. A stack coming in though quickly. That's going to be Mistake getting a hand on it. Will try to take it in. Will does take it in. Beautiful bottom pocket there. That's going to be a now Matt is hard 7-point lead. I got it. I did it.
We got there eventually, but yeah, I mean, insane shot placement there from Mistake. Perfect bottom pocket there, and helped a little bit by the goalie jumping out as well. Gave him a lot better angle to try and take that shot. So well done there, and now the pass across. Oh, that one going wide here for the Tide. So a pick up here for the Royals, looking for a long bounce 3. Arch now has to slap it out because the defense is coming to pressure. Floppa with the pickup and the reset, a bit what's the term I'm looking for? Vigorous? Something like that. On the reset, but now they are able to recover, sends it back over to Floppa. Floppa looking at the pass down low. Oh, the shot was coming through, but instead hits off the post, and this one now cleared out. Again, the tap clears have to come through because there's so much pressure from the Royals. Looking for a Kong shot. That's actually offline if those stacks get back. It's in from Coaster from 41.
Wow. Wow. That's all I can say to that is just wow. Beautiful shot there from Coaster Master, and using the bounce angles to the advantage there, using that Kung shot to the advantage. The Royals here are going to be trying to answer back, trying to get some points back. Will be sent to Mistake up high, now over to Cool Whip. Cool Whip's going to find the cross pass over to Eek there. Now sent here to Arch. Arch now is going to, I said sent there. Picked up there by Arch after the missed pass there. One and only is going to get stunned out. Maybe some miscommunication there. Maybe he had a little bit more time than they thought. Nonetheless, it's going to be big Mistake, sorry. Mistake is going to try to take it in here. Will find another top pocket placement there to put themselves back up here by 6 with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in this third quarter.
Yeah, that's so tough for the goalie there. Either you're destroying your floor by punching through it, or you're just destroying your ceiling by, again, punching straight through it because of the placement here. It's so hard to defend against something like that, and a nice little clear through actually works out perfectly. One and only with a lined up 3. Oh, can't hit it. Goes off the post and got stunned out during the process of the shot, so that might have been the reason for the miss. Arch now looking for another 3, but it's stopped again by the goalie. Playing good defense. They have a stack and a tap through here for the Royals. This one all the way back into the orange side, and now looking for the 2. Floppa hesitation move. Now takes the shot when the stun comes through and brings them up to an 8-point lead.
An 8-point lead here for the Royals, starting to look like a new team here after we saw the Tide kind of take control there in that second quarter. So it's the Royals' turn, and then maybe we'll see some action here in the fourth quarter for the Tide to take again their Tide of the share, the piece of the pie. Nonetheless, that's going to be all the way through, not finding the hands of that stack. Will be handled here by Mistake, now cleared into the hands of Coaster Master. Coaster Master here is going to be finding a pass over to one and only. One and only now is going to slow it down, trying to maybe draw out the defense a little bit. Will be sent over there to Arch. Arch now is going to find a pass here, sending it to one and only, back over to one and only. Now is going to be a ascendant attempt, but it's going to ding off the inside of the ding ring there. Now is going to be a stack race to get to it. Will be here picked up by the Tide. Big Floppa there is going to pick it up. Drops the disc. Oh no, that's not what you want to do. But right back into the hands of Big Floppa as the Royals here are getting set up for their offensive possession, as that's going to be taken away by Arch. A race here is going to be trying to ensue as the stacks for both teams are trying to come in. Will be picked off here initially, but Big Floppa gets a hand on it, sent right back over to Mistake is who will handle it. Now is going to be a pass over to the left side there on the floor. Cool Whip's going to take the long shot, and that's going to be a a 2. They were able to stop it, but that's points regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I think Arch got a hand on it, and I think that was supposed to be a save, but I think Arch also just reached back that little bit too far and accidentally scored it on themselves. So now when you see he's going to send this one down low. Oh, nice little pass there on the QB. Oh, a stun coming through from the goalie. Great to jump that pass and be able to get that disc turned over. Now this one's trying to send this in, but no, instead picked up here by Coaster, and we do apologize if there's anyone with some connection issues here, as that's a nice little pick there as well for the Royals. And Arch now with the hands on this one. It's going to send this one in deep. No, instead another bounce, and Mistake gets this one for the Royals and gets it cleared all the way out. So the Tide not able to find any offense and perhaps need to get back on the defense, as already there are multiple players here. Oh no, missing that disc, but it's a handoff, and no, it's a headbutt and a shot for Flava. That was, what an interaction there. I think someone was holding the disc, it got headbutted out of their hands, and Floppa actually ended up tracking it down off of a regrab to then score it. Or something like that. Z, correct me if I'm wrong. It was something like that.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I want to be 100% honest. I wasn't 100% tuned in. I was letting AJ know about some of the lag issues going on with the stream, so that's my fault there. I'll have to watch back later and see exactly what happened. That's gonna be sent out there though by the Royals. There is gonna see a long shot in from Mistake to put themselves up here by 15. Now going to be a tremendous mountain for the Tide to climb if they cannot figure out their A game here. Glean.
Yeah, the Royals have definitely locked in. They found what they want to do. They want to continue to pressure with these stacks, continue to capitalize and play very aggressively, very quickly, as that does cost them there, one and only with the nice little slam dunk after the pass from Coaster on the bounce. But they want to continue to play as aggressive as possible, and that does lead to a very snowbally type gameplay where you can really rack up points rather quickly, as we saw them do in this third quarter.
Yeah, and if we have any mods in chat, can we get that that message that just got posted deleted? Appreciate that. Nonetheless, it's going to be Arch there getting the stun out. Will be picked up here. Going to try to find another shot here. Is going to be the Tide, but that time is going to expire as Mistake gets a hand on it. The one you see is going to try to send a long shot heave here. Will be not found, and that's going to be the third round over. 13-point lead here for the Royals, and stay with us, folks. We will be back with more NEPA TV action after a quick commercial break.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at NEPAvrpro.c in Nashville, Illinois.